In fact, it was 3 years later before Al was finally discharged and made his way to California to pick up his son, who'd been in the care of a friend of Lucille's mother, a kindly woman named Mrs. Champ.
Jimmy, he went from different ones here. Because his grandmother couldn't very well take care of him. And his aunt, she was having kids also. So, because I know several people told me, well, they're taking care of him kind of partially. Like, the woman, she wrote me a letter and told me, she said, now, I want you to keep this letter because we all done fell in love with him, and they feel like, well, he's part of the family. And, but I want you to have this letter so you can show, so there won't be no controversy or no kind of way, shape, or form. And they said, she said, I know you want your son. Well, he was glad to see me, because this woman, her name was Champ, Mrs. Champ, I think. Yeah, I mean, I know she would have been she would have raised him properly.
Lucille, wild, young, and clearly not ready for motherhood, had begun drinking heavily and had taken to running around with a bad crowd that included a notorious abuser named John Williams. Williams often beat Lucille so badly that she eventually ended up in the hospital. As for Johnny, the frequent moves from one cold, damp boarding house to another inevitably took their toll. Back in Seattle, Al reunited with Lucille and promptly changed his son's name to James Marshall Hendrix. Marshall, in memory of Al's brother Leon Marshall, who had died in 1932. Together, the family settled down, and for the first time in his young life, Jimmy enjoyed the love and affection of a real family. His paternal grandmother, Nora Hendrix, recalls Jimmy's seemingly ordinary disposition.
He used to like to play. Well, I never knew him to what all he would do. I never knew whether he would get into mischief too much or not. Cause I didn't hear nobody say a whole lot about, like youngsters getting into devilment down the street and all that. But he loved to play ball and, boy stuff, but I don't know whether he was, much for. I never heard nobody saying that he come bothering them about this or, doing a whole lot of things. If they did, well, they never said nothing to me about it.
By the time Jimmy had started kindergarten, the Hendrixes had moved into the Rainier Vista housing project, and things were beginning to look up. Always a quiet, sensitive youngster, he now became painfully shy and withdrawn, to the point of developing a devastating stutter. As a young child, he picked up the spoons from his father, and by the age of 8 had become obsessed with strumming on the household broom, pretending to stroke chords on it while singing Elvis Presley songs like Heartbreak Hotel and Love Me Tender.